Good morning, Clock in the Gallop fans. Welcome to our Saturday broadcast. Today is the 27th of August. We've got racing down in KwaZulu-Natal at Hollywoodbets Scottsville today for 8 races carded. And the first few races are reserved for a lot of horses that are making their debut today. So the Ghostryder is treading cautiously in those. And hasn't got a best or value bet today. He finds the card very tricky indeed on the Saturday, but has given us a place accumulator nonetheless. So the track condition today down in Pietermaritzburg will be good. The penetrometer reading 23 on both the straight track and the turn track, and no rainfall in the last 24 hours and 7 days, and just 6 millimeters of irrigation in the last week. But it is looking like a scorcher there today. A headwind expected to be blowing. The temperature 30 degrees, and the false rail is set out 4.5 meters. We'll run through the changes as at 7:30 on Saturday morning. Of course, today is day 2 of the August 2-year-old sale, which is where I'll be today at the sales complex out at Gosforth Park, after the sales topper undoubtedly will be the day 1 horse, 3.8 million rand. Form Bloodstock went to for one of the lots on day 1. But we'll cover that in a different forum. Let's go to today's selections. Race 1 is a maiden plate over 1,000 meters. There are no changes, and the Ghostryder selecting the very well-backed number 5, Arbitrator, who I see has been backed from 4-1 into 2-1 for Paul Matchett and Ryan Munger. This horse improved in blinkers in its only start in the headgear, and is expected to go close today to beat number 7, Stanley Park, third to number 3, Smith and Wesson, and fourth to number 4, Double Silver. Obviously, watch out the betting on the first timers here. There's number 2, Superfast, who I see a 6-1 at the moment. Number 8, Vickers Viscount is another first time at 16-1, and then number 10, Barzigar, I see has been backed in a little bit too. So watch out for further support for the first timers there. Race 2 starts off the place accumulator 1:10 It's the maiden plate fillies and mares over 1,200 meters. In race 2, you could scratch number 10, Adrenaline Rush, and number 5, Royal Oasis, has a compression mask fitted. Here, the Ghostryder is tipping a newcomer, the Tarry runner number 2, Asia Pambili, for the Hollywood Syndicate. Keegan DeMello rides currently in the region of 3-1. Tip that ahead of number 5, Royal Oasis, for second. Third to number 6, Trip to Royalty, and fourth to number 8, Fine Design. Watch out for the betting for number 3, Palm Breeze. I see there's a bit of early support for their daughter of William Longsword. On to the third race, start of the pick 6 today at 1:50 p.m. It's a maiden plate fillies and mares over 1,200 meters. In the third, you can scratch number 7, Classical Chord, is out here. Number 7, scratch. The selection here is another first timer. It's number 8, Fortune Bay. Now this one has been backed in from 15-10 into 11-10. The daughter William Longsword has come in for some early support, and Michael Miller teaming up with Serena Mudley. So the Ghostryder going for that ahead of number 1, Bella Bandera, third to number 2, Kamika, and fourth to number 4, 2 Minds. 8, 1, 2, and 4, race 3. The fourth race opens up the first jackpot at 2. It's a maiden plate over the 1,400 meter trip. Number 5, War Master, has earmuffs on in the fourth race. This is a particularly tough race, and the Ghostryder is tipping the Gareth Van Zyl train, number 13, Money Heist, to win it, with Muzi Yeni aboard. Had a good day yesterday afternoon in PE, and nice to see him back there. He certainly stamped his mark on going back there for the first time in a while. Second, number 3, Zubery. Third, number 2, Over and Ice. And fourth, number 6, Royal Point. 13, 3, 2, and 6. He's going to be including the 10, Venerable, and the 12, Johnny's Hope, in larger permutations. Race 5 jumps at 3 p.m. The fillies and mares 76 handicap over the 1,400 meter trip. Changes in race 5 are nil at this stage, so no changes here. And the Ghostryder tipping number 4, Family Favourite. Now, if you remember correctly, he tipped this as a value bet last time out. She was back from 7 to 1 into 3 to 1, and she absolutely dawdled in. So going with it again today for Dennis Bosch and Dave Southey, the owner, was a Yenny ride. So first number 4, Family Favorite, second number 10, Hot Strike, third number 7, Shape of You, and fourth to number 1, Mysterious Girl. The horses to watch out for here are 2, Acacia's Blossom, with Samanga Kamalo back aboard, and number 6, Angel of Justice. Takes us into the 6th race, race number 6 today, run at 15:35 as a merit rated 60 handicap over 1,600 meters. In race 6, number 6, Over the Bay, races with steel shoes. The Alamites come off Over the Bay, has got steel shoes on now. And the tip is number 1, Master to Be, for Mark Dixon and Keegan DeMello. This one tipped to beat number 2, Quiz Master. Third, he's giving to horse number 8, which is the Bayou. And fourth to number 3, Senor Garcia. Moving into the penultimate event, race 7 is due at 4:05. It's a merit rated 104 handicap over 1,200 meters. And I was somewhat in agreement here with the Ghostryder in tipping number 2, Coin Spinner. There has been a hell of a lot of support for number 3, Captain Fontaine, who's back with Garth Puller now. I think it might just take a run or two to come on, but it's been backed in from 7 to 2 into 15 to 10. So the Ghostryder is tipping Coin Spinner at 3 to 1, and I believe that is the right one. I agree with him. Second to number 9, which is Aqua Bolt. Third, number 3, Captain Fontaine. And fourth, number 8, Mount Pleasant. And the 8th and last race jumps at 20 to 5. It's a merit rated 70 handicap. It's a sprint over 1,000 meters. By the way, just go back to race 7. There are 2 scratchings there. Scratched are numbers 4, Hawker Typhoon, and 5, Mardi Gras. I omitted to mention that 4 and 5 are scratched in race 7. The 8th race, just the one change there. Number 8, Happy Wanderer, has Alamites in front and races Unshod behind. The selection here in a very open race. So this is another toughie. Slim Yanni, who's named after Jan Smuts. This for Rachel Veneker and Michael Roberts is tipped to beat number 4, Philly Spiel, the stable companion. Third, number 9, Sir Pom. And fourth to number 13, Hampton Court. The regular sprinters up against each other here. The Ghostryder is also including in his PAs 7, Gimme a Rainbow, for Samanga Kamal and Carl Hewitson. He had a winner for the stable the other day. And number 12, Rulership, who kept us in the PA as well, I think, once upon a Hollywoodbets Natal meeting. That takes care of the selections for today. Our next portal call is today's Place Accumulator, and we'll run through that for you shortly. So today's Place Accumulator is a grand total of 432 Rand. We're suggesting this as your bet today. 432 Rand, 43 Rand 20 secures you 10%, and 86 Rand 40 under 100 Rand for 20%. And this is the way that the Ghostryder thinks you should play today in the Place Accumulator, which starts from race 2 at 1:10. He's going 2 numbers there. The newcomer, number 2, Asiya Pambili, and number 5, Royal Oasis, by 1 and 8. Those being Bella Bandera and Fortune Bay. Then 2, 3, and 13, Over an Ice, Zuberi, and Money Heist. Then 4, 7, and 10, those being Family Favorite, Shape of You, and Hot Strike. He thinks you can get away with 1 and 2 in the next master to be in Quizmaster, the 2 masters. Then the banker of 2, Coin Spinner. And then look at that last leg, loading up with 6 horses, all of 3, Slim Yanni, 4, Philly Spiel, 7, Gimme a Rainbow, 9, Sir Pom, 12, Rulership, and 13, Hampton Court. The Hardy Dars seem to agree in the background if you can hear them. And that bet is 432 Rand. No best or value bets today. The Ghostryder steering clear of that. There are some tricky races on the card today, and also a lot of unknowns as well, which play their part in structuring your bets, because there's a lot of horses that have never run before and that we know precious little about. Racing tomorrow is in Cape Town. Neil Andrews will take care of the Sunday racing down at Kenilworth. And then we return to Port Elizabeth on Monday with another Fairview Polytrack meeting, and I'll be doing my regular slots with both Nino Podesta and MX on those on Monday morning. Look forward to being with you again. Have a great weekend of racing. All the best to you, and cheers for the moment.